Good morning, day 11. Wow. So here we are. Welcome back to the channel, as my buddy Paul always says. I got that line from him, and I always want to welcome everyone to the channel. Coming to you today from beautiful Sturbridge, Massachusetts. I'm waiting to meet up with another one of my reps to go out and work today. So I figured I would talk on just a little thing that I do that I thought might help other people. And that is, like a little token reminder. I know people keep, I've heard people putting like a picture of their kids in their cigarette pack when they're trying to quit, or, a copy of their, blood pressure results from the last time they went to the doctor, to keep on them at all times, to keep peeking at, to make sure that they're monitoring their salt and eating better and things like that. So I have a little reminder that I keep in my wallet, that I put in there on January 1st. And it's going to seem kind of goofy probably, but this is it. So this is my reminder. This is it right here. This is it's a Pokemon, it's all metal, It's metal. It's a Pokemon card. It's, it looks gold. It's obviously not really gold, but, and I'll tell you why this is a reminder for me. Because I have always been a guy who wants to resell, who wants to get into any kind of adventure I can get into to legitimately make money, not like MLM or anything like that, where my wife keeps getting involved in stuff like Jamberry and Sensi and stuff like that, and it's fine for her because she enjoys it, but they're not money makers. Those things are made for people at home, 31 and all those other ones, because they're made for people who want to throw parties and get discounted goods. So you're never going to make any money doing it. I suppose you could. They say you can, but like one in every 20,000 people, maybe, whatever. But they're mostly made to make money off of the people who are actually selling the fucking product, because they're just giving you a discount and then you suck all your fucking friends into it, right? So regardless, I digress. So I've always wanted to get back into the eBay selling and the thrifting, and locally or online or however I can do it, and this is a reminder to me to do that. So I keep this with me because I found this, and it comes in like a Pokemon bubble, it's a case and it opens up and this is sitting inside. Oh, so pretty. And I looked it up after I found it, and it was worth like 20 or 25 bucks. In good shape. This was actually in the plastic still inside. The whole thing was brand new, and I found it in a free box on the side of the road, a box of free stuff, and I saw it and I was like, oh, it's Pokemon. I grab it, a couple other things out of the box, and then I started looking everything up, and this was like, wow, look at that, that's pretty cool. It's worth like 20 or 25 bucks. So something for free, I could have flipped it for, even if I flipped it for 15 or 20, I could have made some money on it. So I'd gotten a shelf that someone had given me, a really nice Bacardi shelf. It's a metal shelf. It's in my garage. It's a big shelf system, big stacky gimmick. It's like a bookshelf. And I have that out there in my garage, and I have some stuff organized on it, and I have stuff that just gets thrown on it. I think everybody just throws whatever they want on it. Seems to be the theme around our house. We find an area to put stuff, and we all pile on. My wife and I were talking about this the other day, like, my desk is a mess, her desk is a mess, the cabinet in the living and the dining room's a mess, because it just becomes where everybody starts dumping shit, which is something that I'm trying to work on. I want to organize my desk this weekend and get my desk in order and clean and keep it that way so that I can be more efficient in work. So another little mini goal for myself that I'm setting is just to, I'm trying to do everything I can to organize, be prepared, all that kind of stuff, So we all know I'm trying to lose weight and trying to eat healthier, and I'm doing pretty well at that so far. But on top of that, I have other goals I need to reach. I need to kind of restructure myself all the way around. That's what I'm working on. So, and I hope everyone is. I hope at some point in time, I tell reps all the time, that work for me, like, we give you goals. Everybody has monthly goals. You're in sales. You got to have goals, right? So, but on top of your monthly goals, like, you should have your own goals. It should be like, I want to open up this account, or I want to get this done with this customer, or I want to, fix myself so that I'm being more efficient doing this, that, the other thing. I want to learn how to do this so it makes better presentations, or whatever it may be, So, small personal goals all the time. So that's like my personal goal this weekend is to is to work on my desk and get it organized, and then by the end of the month I want to get what I call the back room organized. I have this room, and you walk into the back breezeway, there's like this room on the right. I got to put doors on it. It's an outside storage room, basically. I call it the back room, and it's just where I've piled shit since I moved in. So anyhow, so that's, you know, another project I got to work on. But this thing here, this I grabbed it and I put it on that shelf in the garage, and I had told my kids, you know, leave my stuff alone that's on the shelf. And January 1st, I was cleaning up the house, getting ready. My wife and kids had gone to Maryland to see my in-laws, and they go down there every year. I don't get to go because I have to work. So they get to go down and spend a few days after Christmas, which is great, and go see everybody. I was cleaning up the house a little bit, making, you know, I put a pot roast in to make dinner, so the dinner would be ready whenever I came home. And I was bringing the trash out, and I walked in the garage, and this was sitting on the floor about 10 feet in front of the shelf. And the ball that it comes in was fucking smashed. And it wasn't up on a high shelf. I know it didn't fall, besides that it was behind a bunch of stuff. I know my kids had gotten into it because everything was moved around the shelf or whatever. And they get into stuff all the time, the kids, you know? Like, I was a kid once before, and I'm sure I was just as destructive and had just as little respect for my parents' stuff. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. Love you guys. So, you know, somebody had gotten into it and probably got left down, and my younger one got a hold of it or whatever, and then, you know, the ball was smashed. You could see the line from the wheelbarrow. Somebody had moved the wheelbarrow into the garage and ran it over with the wheelbarrow, so it happens. So I picked this up, and I cleaned it off because it was all dirty and crappy sitting on the floor, and I realized, you know, I can't get mad at anybody but myself for this. Because I found this, like, 6 months ago. I shouldn't even fucking own it right now. It should have been gone. I should have sold it. But I didn't. I sat on my fat fucking lazy ass, and I just stuck it somewhere, and I was like, oh, someday I'll get around to selling that, you know? No, knock it off, man. So this is my reminder. This is my reminder to move my ass and take responsibility for my own shit, and don't leave it so that somebody else can destroy it, you know? Had it been inside and properly stored and waiting, you know, listed and waiting to be sold or whatever, then I would have been pretty pissed off because somebody would have gotten into my stuff. But instead, I just left it on a shelf in the garage, just sitting there. I didn't have a door in my garage. So it could have easily just been stolen some night, because I have a bunch of crap in my garage and I have no garage door. I gotta build one. So this is my reminder. I keep it in my wallet. It's a heavy little son of a bitch too. It's got some weight to it, but I keep it in my wallet, and I carry this around every day, and every time I take my wallet out, it's so heavy. And it's just a reminder to myself that, you know, you did this to yourself. You could have sold this. You could have made 20 bucks, you know. 20 bucks isn't much money. But if you look at every little thing around my house I could have made 20 bucks on, that I've been sitting on, that I didn't do anything with, it's time to organize it and start selling it and trying to make some extra scratch, you know. So, my little reminder. I also have inside my wallet, I have a little cross. It's about that big, that I had gotten back when I was living in Florida at church. I keep that in my wallet as well, and that just reminds me that to keep myself true to God, and that God's always watching over me. So some people, you know, I know some people don't believe in God and everything. It's your prerogative. Everybody has their own thing. I'm a believer. I believe in God, and I try to keep that reminder to remind myself that to be, you know, keep myself on the right path in life. So I wasn't always an angel. So I've come pretty well full circle in life, I think. Anyhow, so hopefully, you know, if you have something small like that, you know, that's a good reminder, that's a good motivator every day. Every time I take my wallet, I look at this thing and I remind myself, I gotta stay on track, So here's my Pokemon. There it is, a little Pokemon metal gimmick, and it's pretty heavy. It's metal. Yeah. So I hope everyone has some kind of a reminder. Remind yourself to stay on track. Remind yourself to find your inner Geeb and work on that. And remind yourself every day that you're responsible for almost everything that happens around you. You know, it's not, you know, somebody smashes a window, breaks in your house, and steals your shit. Well, it's tough to be responsible for that if you know, there was no way to prevent it. But for the most part, we're responsible for a lot of what happens to us in life. You know, you're driving down the road and somebody veers off from the other lane and smashes into you. You know, there's not much you can do about that if you didn't see it coming. But you know what I'm saying. Like, just take more responsibility, be more organized, and yeah, Girl just walked by with a Dunkin' Donuts cup and turned back around and looked at me like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's just sitting there talking to himself. Hey, I am. I wanted to thank Paul. He subscribed yesterday, so I'm up to 2 subscribers now. And doesn't matter to me how many subscribers I have. I just watched a Gary Vaynerchuk video this morning. I love that guy. And he was talking about, you know, don't ever pay attention to how many subscribers you have. Just keep being you and keep presenting yourself. And it's exactly what I'm going to keep doing. So, day 10, 355 more to go to complete my 1 year of vlogging. Hopefully everybody's enjoying everything. Check me out over on Steem it at the Geebtoke. I'm sorry, at Geebtoke, Geebtoke. So the at symbol, Geebtoke. Obviously on YouTube, if you're watching this, I'm sure you've seen it. If you're watching this on a different platform and you want to subscribe on YouTube, it's Be the Geeb. And then I'm going to check out a new thing today that I learned about yesterday, and once I get a little bit into it, and because you have to wait and get approved for an account and all that stuff, and see if it's, I want to kind of check it out and do a little research on it, and then hopefully I'll be doing a video about it. It's called Pre-Search, so I want to check out this whole thing and see what it's about. But it seems like a really cool cryptocurrency earning program. You know, I know you hear me talk about like Steem and now Pre-Search and cryptocurrencies and stuff, and I'm not like chasing the cryptocurrency dream. I'm not going to go run and dumping a bunch of stuff, but if I can get involved in anything where I earn free cryptocurrency, I'm all about it, because a long time ago I had an opportunity to get involved with a guy who had a program that mined Bitcoin, and it was all about how many searches you did and you could mine it or whatever, and he was building up these Bitcoins, and I told him, I have no interest in your silly imaginary internet money. So make sure I don't ever say those words again. But, all right, well, enjoy your day. Have a great day. Not a good day, but a fucking great day. You know? Enjoy it. I want to be the Geeb. Do you?